What's going on, everybody? My name is Steve Clown, and today, before I talk about anything else, I want to apologize for not uploading as much, really at all. I think it's been like a week since I've uploaded. I've just been playing some Xbox, really just doing some GBs, getting more teams, all this stuff, and really just not wanting to make videos at all. Like, that's really when it comes down to it. I just didn't feel like making them. But I have that drive again. We're going to be back to my 2 to 3 videos a week, hopefully starting this week, because I did finish school last week, so I have all the time in the world with summer vacation. So hopefully you guys stick around and watch all those videos. I would be greatly appreciated. But this video, the gameplay, I go 26 and 28, which is not good at all. It's kind of crappy, actually. But the game, like itself, like the score and all that, and how my team played together is really good. So that's why I'm uploading this. We end up winning. I'm not going to tell you the score because it's actually kind of close. But hopefully you guys enjoy that. So what I'm going to be talking about is hardpoint in itself. This is going to be another kind of a tip thing, or kind of just like an overview of what hardpoint is, because it's a new game type, sort of. It's kind of like King of the Hill, but it's a little bit different. So most people who want to play League really don't know what it is, because I didn't know what it was. Like, when I played on public matches, I would just aimlessly go towards the hard points and just whatever, who cares? There's no strategy to this. You just run into it. No, there is some strategy to it. There are actually positions that people should play. So like in League, you have 4 players, and you usually, like how I understand how it should go and how I think it should go, is you have 1 anchor, 2 objective players, and 1 slayer/objective player. Now, the anchor, which is arguably one of the most important positions, is the guy who holds spawns for your team. Now, if you don't know, there are certain spots on the map that you can spawn at. You can't just like randomly spawn in the middle of nowhere, like in the middle of the map. You can't just spawn there. There are certain locations that you have to spawn at, and you can influence where you spawn depending on where your team is. So if your anchor, like on this map for instance, there's a hard point in kitchen. So if you're anchor, you want to stand at the tree behind kitchen, if you know what I mean, like right up here from basketball. There's a big tree. I run past it a lot. In kitchen, it's just a tree behind kitchen. You want to stand at that kind of head glitch area, and that will influence your spawns for your team to spawn either jungle, the original spawn for this side, or wheelbarrow, because I'm pretty sure there's a spawn there. There might be. But that will influence the spawns there, which will give your team the advantage of being able to get to the hard point quicker, and thus get more points and hopefully win the game. So that's the anchor's job. There are many anchor spots on the map. There's not just one. So like if the hard point's in garage, you don't want to be on the anchor spot for kitchen, because then you'd be spawning kitchen, which is on the other side of the map, which would give your team bad spawns, which would help you guys lose, which nobody really wants to do. So I will be making one, actually. I'll be making a video of all the anchor spots on every single map in the rotation of Champion Series. I don't play anchor myself, so I may miss a few or say something wrong or get some wrong, but I don't play anchor myself. I am the objective player, which the objective player is pretty self-explanatory. He goes for the objective. And if there's 2 of them, usually is how I like to run it. And you just go for the objective all the time, not giving a crap about anything else, just trying to get into the hard point, break the enemy's team's like strategies, I guess, and trying to get into the hard point and getting the most points for your team. Now, 2 things that I want to mention. If you have 2 objective players, which most teams do, they should work together, not as 2 separate objective players. They should work as one. Like, I don't want to sound cliche and like work as one team, but they really should. They should, like, there's a strategy which I've learned over the past few days called pinching, which sounds weird, but it actually makes sense. Like, everybody knows what a pinch is, where you pinch someone. I'm not even going to explain that. Hopefully you know what that is. So basically, if the enemy team has a hard point, you want to come in from different sides, not just bomb rush from one side. So like pinching them would be, let's just think of a hard point. Let's go for kitchen, because I've been using that one a lot. So hardpoint is in kitchen. and the enemy team has it, and your team's trying to get the hard point, but you can't get it, try pinching them. So like, say one person needs to come from the back, from the tree side, and one needs to come from courtyard side and go in at the same time. They can't be looking in the same or different directions at the same time. They can only look one direction. Wow. Yeah. Anyway, they can only look in one direction at a time, so if you pinch them, you'll be able to catch at least one of them off guard and getting them off the hard point somewhat, and helping your other teammate, who is the Slayer / objective player, which I'll talk about in a second. Hopefully you will be able to pinch them out and get the hard point. So you gotta work together. Don't just aimlessly go in. I guess that's one of my tips in this video, is just don't aimlessly just go into the hard point just like, yeah, I'm stupid, whatever. No, you have to work together, talk to your teammates, say, hey, I'm going to the hard point now, you go too, and then you pinch them, and then you'll get the hard point, and there you go. So that's the objectors. That's the objective player's job. It's just to get into the hard point and break the enemy's hard point holding thing strategy. So that's their job. But the next guy is the Slayer / objective player. Some people run 3 objective, which works. It's kind of the same thing. But the Slayer generally is the guy who is near the hard point, but not in the hard point. So he's like near it, just killing the enemies who are coming to it, trying to get kill streaks, just trying to get as many kills as he possibly can for his team to keep the heat off of the hard point for the objective players, so it makes it easier on them. So if you have a really good Slayer, the objective players really, I'm not going to say they don't have to do that much, but they really don't. Because like if your Slayer is killing everyone, just slaying everyone, then your objective players really don't have that much to do, except sit in the hard point and get the ones that he misses, which if he kills everyone, it won't be that many. But the Slayer / objective player will sometimes go into the objective. So like, if you're down and you're losing in hard point, and you have the hard point, and you need more, like, quote-unquote backup, your Slayer should, and I think, like, it just makes sense, he should come into the hard point with you and kind of not flood the hard point, but like just have more bodies in the hard point, so it makes it harder to break, if that makes sense. He shouldn't always do this. Like if you're up by like a good sum, he should stay outside. Some teams even I remember one pro team did this, I don't remember who it was, but they had 1 anchor, 1 objective, and 2 Slayers, or at least 2 people out, 3 people out in the hard point and 1 person in. And that was just because they were up by so much, they really didn't need to have that many people in the hard point to keep it there. They just kind of ran around the hard point and just kind of killed people while they were going there, and the single person just kind of held their position and they won. I don't remember what team that was. That was one team. I just don't remember what. That's pretty much what hardpoint is. I can go more in depth on any of those if you like. I will be doing an anchor spot one because when I first started playing, I didn't know any of the anchor spots, and I looked for videos like mad, and none of them were exactly what I was looking for. And I'm sure a lot of you guys that are watching are looking for anchor spots, which is really useful because, like I said, it's arguably one of the most important spots or positions in hardpoint. So I will be making one of those. I can go more into the objective one. That's really kind of self-explanatory. Same with the Slayer. They're both pretty much self-explanatory. But I can go more in depth with them if you'd like. But hopefully you guys enjoyed the gameplay. And hopefully you guys found what I said helpful. If you have any questions, write them in the comments. I will respond, or send me a message on YouTube, or follow my Twitter, which will hopefully be in the description if I remember to put it in there. And anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, fave, sub, share, all that stuff. That really helps me out. Any constructive criticism would be nice. But at any rate, guys, thanks for watching. Peace.
Hardpoint is ours.
Enemy down.
Hardpoint contested. It's too close. Fight harder. Hardpoint locked down. Be advised, hostile lightning strike inbound. fight. Time to get paid.